Morning, y'all. It's Sunday, May 8th, and it's Mother's Day. And I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to you. Just kidding, I'm not gonna sing. But Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and Happy Mother's Day to my mom, because I love her greatly. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but what mother and daughter don't. And I just wanted to read this little story. It was read at my church by one of the moms there on Mother's Day. That was also on a Sunday a couple years ago, and it's called Love You Forever, and it's written by Robert Munch. I'm sorry, I can't spell. Illustrated by Sheila McGraw. And it's about a mom, how she has a little boy and she loves him, and she does all this stuff for him. But I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to show you the pictures. Do my best to show you the pictures. So I'm going to set you here, and forgive my messy room if you can see it. But this is what the cover looks like. Sorry. Don't mind the music, I just love Kesha. And first, it starts off. A mother held her new baby and slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I love you forever, I'll love you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. That's the picture. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." And that's the picture. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. And there's a picture. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at night time, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at night time, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. And if he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights the mother got into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day, she called up her son and said, "You better come see me, because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. Sorry, I'm starting to cry. This book makes me cry every time because it's so sweet. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he sang this song. Sorry. I'm a softie, what can I say? And he sang the song. "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And then that's the end. That's dedication. So, if you know somebody who's going to be a mom, or if you're a mom and want this book, ask your kids for it. If you love your mom, buy it for her. If you know somebody who's going to be a mom, buy it for her. I did it for my sister. I bought it. And on the front page, I wrote a little note to my sister. This is my copy of the book because I like it so much. But on the front cover, I wrote a little note to Elizabeth telling her how awesome a mom she's going to be. And then on the back cover, I think it may, the front cover, I wrote a note to Gerald for when he's older. That's my nephew. For when he's older, he can read it and know how much everybody cares about him. And then on the back side, I wrote a note to Elizabeth telling her how good of a mom she is and whatever, and I hope to be like her. I want to be like my mom too. She's really cool. I didn't think she was cool until after I moved out and then moved back in, but you live, you learn. But yeah, I highly recommend this book if you agree, if this story made you cry, if it touched your heart somewhere. Share it. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that you do. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day, and I just wanted to share this with everybody. So, have fun with your family today. Love you guys. Bye.